State of New California notice to all Californians, Chapter 2, Grievance 26, October 20th, 2020. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and Section 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence, January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute a new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is a right, it is a duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. The preamble of the New California State Constitution states, "We, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for the continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our prosperity." First Amendment of the Constitution states, "Congress shall make no law respecting or establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized." The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. Beginning on April 28, 2020, New California State will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced to the public on Tuesdays or at times convenient, with exceptions noted. State of California Chapter 2 Grievance 26, Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports the constant southern border invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following. The United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or the executive, and the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, the United States Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Eighth Amendment, the United States Constitution. Excessive bail should not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. 14th Amendment, The United States Constitution, Section 1, all persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of the citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protections of the laws. Refer to section 2, 3, 4, and 5. Order of the day. Stop one-man rule. We, the people of the unified counties of California, seek the removal of the California state governor. We are determined to stop the one-man rule of a pusillanimous craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all U.S. citizens living in the California. California is in its 8th month of dictators-ordered lockdown under the COVID-19 pandemic with no apparent end in sight. In addition to sweeping guidance documents that close schools and shutter businesses, Governor Gavin Newsom has issued 55 executive orders that span 15 different California codes and change over 400 state laws. Now the California courts will have their say. On October 21, 2020, in the case of Gallagher and Kiley v. Newsom, 2 California Assembly members will be challenging at trial the legality of the California governor's one-man rule. The trial comes after an October 7, 2020 hearing in which the judge denied each side's pleading. The governor filed a motion for judgment on the pleadings based on mootness. Gallagher and Kiley filed a motion for judgment on the pleadings asking for an order restraining for the abuses of power. From Gallagher and Kiley's pleading, the governor's discombobulation is clear from the cynical, bizarre, irrelevant, and misleading arguments he made in his 20-page opposition brief filed on Monday. Scare tactics. He claims our lawsuits threatens to throw into chaos current efforts to combat the wildfires now burning across the state. Honesty. Repeatedly, his brief selectively quotes provisions of California law, editing out legal limitations on his own power in the hopes the court won't notice. Diversions. He devotes much of the brief to refuting a legal theory we didn't even advance. Lawlessness. He describes separation of powers as flexible and pragmatic. Some airy-fairy theory where anything goes so that he can claim a roving, one-man lawmaking authority that is foreign to the Constitution and Republican government itself. Our opening brief warned of the dangers of an extended state of emergency, with the governor apt to fall into the habit of acting unilaterally, even for non-emergency purposes. As if to prove the point, on September 24, Gavin Newsom issued a unilateral executive order banning gas-powered vehicles by 2035. In the order, he did not cite Emergency Services Act, a chilling sign that 7 months into this emergency, lawmaking by decree has become normalized. The time for a judicial check has arrived, as has already occurred in numerous other states. That's because this case is not about one particular law, but the rule of law. Not about rectifying a single violation of the Constitution, but redeeming the whole document. Gallagher and Kiley are asking the court for 2 things. Judgment that the executive order so issued is null and void, a court order stopping the government from further exercising any legislative powers in violation of the California Constitution. Kiley and Gallagher argue that California's Constitution has an explicit separation of powers provision which Governor Newsom has violated. The California governor is constitutionally forbidden from doing the very thing Governor Newsom has done: here exercise legislative powers. Governor Newsom's executive order to create an all-vote by mail election suspends these substantially changed.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, continue.
Continuing, Governor Newsom's executive order to create an all-vote by mail election suspends and substantively changes California's election code. Governor Newsom contends that the order fits comfortably within the governor's broad grant of authority under the Emergency Services Act. Today, the California governor is a pusillanimous, craven dictator whose words and actions are a grave danger to all citizens. state continues to operate outside the authorities of the U.S. Constitution. For New California, it's our God-given right, it is our duty to protect our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution, and our Bill of Rights with all means necessary from a craven dictator. New Californians will not comply. We request the President of the United States act immediately to remedy these abuses by the California state and declare a state of insurrection exists in California. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor, and monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent of actively engage in acts of insurrection against the Constitution of the United States. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of succession. Therefore, the California government, in conjunction with socialist state governor dictator, has usurped power and is actively engaged in the acts of succession and created a reign of terror in the United States. Citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of the responsibility, authority, and sovereignty of the citizens of the United States living in California. Prayer. The citizens of New California state prayer for the President to exercise authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act in the tyranny being foisted upon United States citizens living in California. This concludes these proceedings.